YouTube. Good evening, beautiful people. If you have not already, please push the subscribe button at the below. And if you don't mind helping the sister with this algorithm, please give me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to press that thumbs up and push the subscribe button below. And like I said, you know, y'all know I be working out and doing this and that. And if you don't mind supporting the channel as well as keeping me hydrated, my Cash App is in the description below. I would really greatly appreciate it so much. But the title of this video is going to be manual transmission or automatic transmission ? And the reason that I thought of that is because I really have thoughts of getting back into doing my own thing. And part of doing your own thing in trucking it can be so many different ways to do your own thing, but I don't believe that I'm going to go back into leasing anything. I believe I want to finance. So the type of person that I am is when I'm getting into anything, I'm going to always do my diligence and do my research on companies that I'm going to do business with, on a product that I'm trying to do business, like to have, or anything. So it's like I got accustomed to driving this 13 speed, and to be honest, I don't want to go back. I do not want to go back to driving a automatic. Like I don't want to do it. I might have to do it, but I don't want to do it. And the reason I'm thinking about this is because so many people is giving me their opinion on their preference. I got so many friends that have their preference. And then also as well, calling some of these places that do truck sales, they're telling me their inventory. And to be honest, I'm not going to say that I'm amazed, but I guess to say I'm kind of disappointed as far as inventory. I'm not really disappointed about people's preferences because, you know, their preferences doesn't affect my preference. But when I call these dealerships, they're saying that the majority, I say a good 90% of their inventory are automatics. And I'm like, dang, so you telling me that in order for me to get, I guess, a decent truck, that most likely I would have to choose a automatic most likely. So if I do get something that's a stick shift, most likely it's going to be a 10 speed. And hey, like I'm telling you guys, it's like you can be very, very intimidated. You can be very intimidated by a stick shift because you done got spoiled with driving the automatic. So there's a saying to where if you don't use it, you lose it. And that's very, very true. Because before I came here, I was used to an automatic for the last, I've been doing trucking for 4 years. So I had to say for the last I'll just say round it off to 3 years. For the last 3 years, I've been nothing but automatics. So it's like you in an automatic truck, the majority of your career, that's all you're accustomed to is automatics. And it's so easy to get accustomed to anything. So at that time, I'm like, man, shit, I ain't never going back to an automatic. I'm cool with this automatic. I ain't got time to be doing all this while I'm driving, clutching this and that, blah, blah, blah. But I done got so good with driving a stick shift, whether it is a 10 speed, a 13 speed, that I don't clutch. I float my gears. Like the only time I use my clutch is, of course, to start the truck and of course to come to a stop. But other than that, once I get this truck started and stopped, sure, sister is gassing and floating these gears for real. So my reason is I believe that I now would prefer a stick shift is because I feel like you have more control. Like you got more control of gears that you would like to start, and let's just say you're climbing a hill or you have a heavy load or even in backing. Like, I noticed and realized that when you have a automatic truck, that truck is so, some trucks, not all, but some trucks are so sensitive when it comes to the takeoff and when it comes to backing. Sometimes your truck will be jerky. It'll be jerky, and if you're not really good with an automatic, you can hit something or hit somebody because you're not used to the automatic transmission and how it works. So they phasing them out. Like, I talked to this one dealership yesterday. As a matter of fact, I talked to this dealership yesterday, and he said 90% of his fleet that he has in his inventory, it is automatics. And he said he do have stick shifts, but he literally have 0 13 speeds, and if he do get a couple stick shifts, he have only 10 speeds. And I asked him, I was like, well, why is that? Because you still got some truck drivers that still are interested in driving manuals. Every truck driver don't like an automatic. He said, I understand that, but you're saying that, but the customers that I get in this door, when we do have the automatics in, half of them don't know how to drive them. So it's like we have these stick shifts sitting on our lot, and it's like, for what? Because a lot of people that come in, all they really do know how to drive is a automatic. So we just started, phasing out the manuals and just having automatics. And that's true, because if you look at a lot of mega carriers, or not even mega carriers, even mom and pops, mom and pops, a lot of mom and pops, they got stick shifts. A lot of mom and pops, they sticking with the stick shift. They sticking old school. But the majority bigger carriers, like mega carriers, is considered 100 and over trucking company. Like, if that company got over 100 trucks, they're considered a mega carrier. So what a lot of these mega carriers do, even companies that have less than 100 trucks, a lot of these companies, they don't finance no trucks. They turn and burn these trucks, meaning that they lease. Like, when a lot of companies or any company lease trucks, that's called turn and burn. And the reason why they call it turn and burn, because these trucks are not meant to, you can have them pretty, and you can have your truck looking good and everything, but the whole purpose of you having this rig is to get money. And the only way you're going to get money is if your wheels is rolling. And there's a saying to where if my wheels is not rolling, I'm not making no money. So that being said, they need to run that truck up to 500,000 miles. So the turning part is running the truck. Like, the truck wheels rolling, that truck is turning to make money for the company. So they turned it, and now the burn part come in. A lot of companies, when their leases get up to 500,000 miles, now it's time to turn the truck in, turn and burn. So now it's time to turn that truck back into the leasing company and re-up on some brand new trucks and start phasing those into their fleet. So a lot of times when these companies turn in the trucks after 500,000 miles, what they then do is auction the trucks off, or they'll trade those trucks into dealerships and stuff. And people like me that's going to these outside dealerships or auctions, we get those leftover trucks that the lease companies didn't want. So really, I feel like if you're building a fleet and you're going to be having, I say, over 3 or more trucks, I feel like the best thing to do is lease. But if you want something to where you kind of like a one-man operation, and you want to have it to where you're not running long hauls, or you want to be home a lot more than most people, you don't want to be truly OTR, it's better for you to finance your truck, at a lower cost, or get it paid for, to where if you want to go home and stay home for a month or two, you don't have high overhead, like you don't have a high truck payment, to where if you lease, most leasing payments are more expensive than if you finance. So you just have to know what you want. But like I said, the reason why I feel like I'm stuck on a manual, I just like the control. Like, you really do have more control on your gears, and then it makes me feel like a real truck driver, because majority truck drivers, old school truck drivers, they are stick people. Like, they don't really do this automatic crap. It almost feels like automatics and all these gadgets with like the sensors, all these sensors that these trucks got on it, all this, that, and the third. It almost makes you feel like you are a toddler with training wheels. But it's like when you don't have all this crap on the truck and then you have a real manual, hey, I ain't got training wheels. I'm a real truck driver. Even though I'm not taking nothing away from people that drive automatic or you drive stuff with all those safety features on it, you still a real truck driver. But it's just more pride that goes into doing trucking the original, authentic way. That's all. And then two, they say that automatics are more fuel efficient, they say. But in a lot of circumstances, the reason why some companies used to like having manuals was because a stick shift usually was more fuel efficient with saving the company on fuel costs. So I don't know if things have changed as far as maybe they have made these automatic trucks more fuel efficient. But it used to be that a manual was more fuel efficient than an automatic. So I would have to do my research to really prove that theory. But if anybody knows, as y'all always do, leave a comment down below. But yeah, like if I really honestly feel that I might just have to do more shopping around, and I'm gonna have to find a company that got what I want. Because if I want to be paying for something, especially in a finance, which is more committed, then I obviously need to get what I want. So why settle for less if I can just do more digging, more shopping around, and get the 13-speed that I want? Or if not a 13-speed, I may take a 10-speed, but I done got used to my 13-speed, so I just don't want to lose my skill of being able to shift a manual truck. And they always say that over the next few years, they trying to say that manual trucks will be, obsolete, meaning that it will be no more, or it'll be very, very little. Because they're saying that a lot of people are having a hard time learning how to drive manuals, and that's another reason why they are phasing in the automatics, to make it easier for drivers to want to come into the industry. But in my opinion, you just babyfying folks. You just babyfying them. Like, people need to learn. If a person is going to get into any profession, I feel like you need to learn everything that you need to learn to be good at what you do. If you're going to get into something, be good at what you do at all costs. Continue learning from your mistakes, continue getting through the challenge, continue accepting the challenge. Like why babyfy people and make things more easier than it need to be? If it is what it is what it is. That comes with the job. But I guess in a sense, if that helps a driver to feel more comfortable, or maybe it can curb down more accidents because people really don't know what they're doing with a manual, then I guess do what you gotta do for safety's sake. But me personally, like, I didn't always feel like I liked the sticks in the beginning, because I didn't really get truly accustomed to sticks, because not too long after I trained in the stick, I got thrown into an automatic. But now that me and this manual have gotten back into love again, I don't want to get pulled away from this manual no more. Like, I want to stay in love with my manual and keep it that way. And it's really kind of funny though, because like all my truck driver friends that I talk to, every last one of them got automatic. Let me think. I had two truck driver friends. They had manuals, but one gave up his truck and he a company driver now, so he's in an automatic. And the other one just turned in his truck, and he actually got himself a automatic. And I couldn't believe he did that. Shouts out to you, Gary, if you watching, by the way. Shouts out to you, D, if you watching, by the way. But if I can manage to keep a stick shift when it's time for me to get my own, then that's what a sister trying to do. I am not trying to to me, that'll be a downgrade. I ain't trying to downgrade to no damn automatic For all y'all automatic lovers, y'all keep y'all automatic. I don't want it. I don't want it. I just don't. I don't want it. Y'all can have that mess. Y'all can have that mess. Man, I just came from New York, right? I think it was like 15 degrees up there. Now that I'm in like West Virginia, it's up to 34 degrees, so I might need to fix this heat. But yeah, that's my spill, man. That's my spill of automatics and manuals. So I let me keep my stuff. Matter of fact, ain't no let me. I got control over this. I'm going to get me a truck. That's what I want, and I want a 13-speed truck, and I shall get that. If I can't have that, then I don't know what to say. I don't know, but I'm gonna get it. Anytime I set my mind to get something, I normally get what I want. I don't stop until I get what I want. So all right, my lovely folks, time is of the essence. Let's make better time of it, my lovely dears. Let's love each other, not judge each other, because I never judge y'all, and the sister love y'all. So once again, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please don't forget to push that subscribe button along with the bell so that you know for more helpful videos like this. And if you can, share my video out. Share my video out. My videos are helping a lot of people. So for anybody that's interested in the trucking community, do not be a stranger to the channel. Do not be a stranger to the channel. And if you support the channel, my Cash App will be below. And no, this is not me begging. This is just that if you support the channel to help this channel grow, please don't feel ashamed to buy a sister some water. Like, yeah, please buy me some water and keep me hydrated. I sure enough appreciate it, honey. I sure enough appreciate that. So, all right, guys. Deuces.